Hey everybody, and welcome to Yoga to Release and Refresh. So we're going to start with a little seated work today. So we're going to start seated and do some leg stretches, and then we're going to move up into balancing poses and standing stretches and standing poses. So what you're going to do is start in a nice comfortable seated position. And what I like to do is cross my legs first, and I like to lift up my bottom and peel away the flesh so that I'm heavy on those sits bones. Now we're going to roll those shoulders up and back. Roll through the neck a few times in one direction. Pause and switch. Good. Relax those shoulders away from the ears. Roll the shoulders back. Bring your head up, and now we're just going to breathe. So big inhale through the nose. Exhaling, release through the mouth. Now count with me as we inhale. 1, 2, continue your inhale. 3 and 4. Hold your breath. Exhale, 4, 3 and 2 and 1. Let's go. Inhale. 3, 4. Hold at the top. Exhale, release. 4, 3, 2. Last 1. Inhale. Hold at the top. And exhale. Good. So focus on that breath the whole time through our yoga practice. From here, keep one hand down, reach that other arm up and over. Remember, plug those hips into the ground, keep those sits bones down. Hug the bicep to the ear as you start to reach to one side, opening up through the shoulder, through the side. Inhale to lift. Exhale as you reach to the other side, reach to those fingertips. Energy through those fingertips, plug that hip down back into the floor. Inhale, lift. Now clasp all of your fingertips except for your pointer finger as you inhale, lift one more time. And then exhale as you start to bring your arms back, bring your head back, look up. One more big inhale. And exhale, release your hands. Great. Now what we're going to do is take those legs out long. So you can stay right where you are. I'm just sitting here so that you can see what I'm doing. So remember, back heavy on those sits bones. Peel away the flesh. Big inhale, scoop the arms up. Exhale as you dive forward, tucking the chin, reaching for the toes. So this is our first seated stretch. You might not go down that far, and that is fine. What we're doing is stretching through our back, stretching through our hamstrings. Inhaling and exhaling. With every exhale, you fold a little bit farther down, even if it's just a little inch further down. Climb it back up one vertebrae at a time. Let's do that again. Big inhale as you lift a little bit higher through the sits bones, through the crown of the head. Exhale as you dive forward, tuck your chin. Grab wherever you can and try and pull yourself a little bit closer to those legs. Around and roll yourselves back up. Now, you're going to take the right leg over the left, and you're really going to take that right knee in. You're going to take the left hand, so opposite hand, wrap it around the right. Use that other hand as a kickstand as you press and lift up tall through the sits bones, through the crown. We're going to inhale at the top. And then exhale, as you're pulling that knee to your chest, you are going to turn. Exhale, exhale as you keep turning and you're feeling that nice stretch through that outer thigh glute. Inhale as you come back through center and switch. Take that left leg over the right, pull it in close, wrap the right hand around, use that other arm to press down and lift. Inhale. Exhale as you turn, keep pulling that knee closer to your chest. Oh, nice big stretch through that outer thigh. Keep twisting and turning. Coming back through center. Take the soles of your feet and have them touch. So it's kind of like a little diamond shape here. So hold on to the tops of your shins. Inhale to bring your shoulders back again. This time, we're going to do a little forward fold, but you're keeping your back super flat. So what I like to do is hug my elbows into my sides, keeping my back super flat. I hinge forward and use my elbows to almost press those inner thighs down. But look, I'm not rounding. So even if you're going down just a little bit, that's fine. You're pulling your chest towards the toes. Inhale, you come back through center. Exhale, now this time, let's do a little rounding of the back. So round your back now, and if you want, you can take your hands forward. We're getting that nice stretch through the hip flexors, heel again through our bottom and through our back. Exhale as you reach down, feels good to stretch. Tuck your chin around and roll it up. Now we're going to take it to a tabletop position. So you're just going to take your feet under, take your hands underneath your shoulders and knees underneath of your hips. So from here, cat-cow. Exhale, round and arch, tuck your chin. Inhale, shoulders back up. Back, hips up. Exhale, round and arch. So you're feeling that nice stretch through your entire vertebrae. Inhale, shoulders back, hip, back. Can't talk today. Just follow me. Exhale, round and arch, tuck your chin. Inhale, shoulders back, hips up. You got it right that time. Now from here, add a little tuck and sway side to side. Just releasing the hip, the back, in all directions. Awesome. Take it back through center. Now from here, we're going to tuck those toes and we're moving to our first downward dog. So we're going to lift up and back. So we're making a letter A with our body. Make sure you walk your hands a little bit forward. Press those heels down. Find a nice comfortable position. Now you don't want to be in a forward fold here. So sometimes people are really, really close in with their downward dog and that's not getting that full body stretch. So walk your feet back, making that letter A with your body and sending your head towards the tops of your quads. Now let your head hang heavy here. Nod yes. Nod no. Come through center. Now bend the right knee, press the left heel down. We're going to pedal it out. And switch. And switch. And switch. And again, now press both heels down. Stay in that downward dog, bringing your legs close, close, close together. Now from here, we're going to move forward into a plank. Hold that plank, hold belly button your spine. And we're going to lower down slow all the way to our stomachs. Good. Untuck those toes, hands on either side of the chest. Inhale to lift for a baby cobra. Exhale as you come down. Now, if you want baby cobra again, or you can press up to a full upward dog. Now, that is up to you. Now, the eyes of the elbows are facing forward. Your shoulders are back. And if you want, add that little extension as you look up to the ceiling. Good. From here, come down nice and slow, one vertebrae at a time. Press it up and back, knees wide into a child's pose. Awesome. So from here, we're holding that child pose. Get your knees a little bit wider. And I like to add a little sway side to side in my little child's pose, really opening up and loosening up through those hips, through the sacral plexus. Take your hands to the right. Take your left hand on top of the right. Press into that left hip. Good stretch to that left side of the body, but still in your child's pose. Now, don't ever forget about that slow inhale and exhale. That's really going to help your muscles open up and find that mind to body connection. Take your hands to the left, right hand on top of the left, press into that right hip. Exhale as you release down. Release all the tension in those hips, the back. Come back through center. Take it back to that tabletop. From here, tuck those toes. So here comes the second downward dog as you come up and back. Think about pressing your heels down as you bring your hips higher. From here, bring your head closer to the tops of your quads. Exhale. Okay, bring those feet close together in the center, still in your downward dog. And you're going to take the right leg up, 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 and back. From here, you're going to open up that hip, bend the right knee, sending the right heel to the left glute. Now you're going to square your shoulders and square your hips. Inhale and exhale, feeling that nice stretch in your quad. Now, if that's too much, you can just keep that leg straight, right leg straight with your hips squared. We're holding here, and we're breathing. Now, stay here, or you're going to add a wild child pose as you take that right leg down and the right arm up. My right leg is bent, left leg is straight, and I'm looking to those right fingertips. Please do not do this if this is a little bit too advanced. Stay in that little three-legged bent leg downward dog. We're holding for 4, and we're breathing for 3, 2, and 1. If you're in wild child pose, press through that left quad, extend that right leg. If you have that right leg bent, extend that right leg out one more time. So from here, you're going to exhale as you take that right leg in between your hands. I know that's a little bit challenging, so if you need to, pick your foot up and take it into that split lunge position here. So we're in a low crescent pose, okay? That right foot is down, left hand is down, and if you want, you're going to add a twist. Right arm comes up. We're holding that little crescent pose, twist at the bottom, inhaling and exhaling. If this is ever too much, you can just hold that low crescent pose. Coming back through center. Now we're going to lower that left knee down and untuck the toe. So now we're going to press forward, press those hips forward. That right knee stays behind those toes. And we're going to hold, this isolated stretch in that left quad, right hip. Try and get those shoulders back as much as you can. If you want, you can take both hands on the top of that thigh. If you want, you can make cactus arms. Bend the elbows, look up. Inhale and exhale. With every exhale, you're really releasing through those hip flexors. I know it doesn't feel too hot, but your muscles will thank you. Exhale, exhale, releasing all the tension you can, letting gravity take over. One more inhale, and then exhale. We're going to shift that weight back, but don't let your bottom sit back on that heel. So you're staying upright, and all you're doing is extending that right leg. Straighten out that leg, and then flex the right foot. Now from here, we're going to have a flat back. So inhale, and then exhale as you fold it forward with a flat back. Don't round your back, and you're going to feel that intense stretch through that right hamstring calf muscle. Inhale one more time, lift up. Now exhale and round your back, bringing your head towards the top of your knee. Isolating that stretch of the hamstring is super, super important. A lot of back pain, a lot of those little agitations are actually from tight hips and tight hamstrings. So the more that we stretch them, the more that we can alleviate that pain. Let's send that right bent knee forward one more time. So send that weight forward. All right, we're going to tuck that toe under one more time. We're going to lift up. Now this is a little bit of balance, so take your time. If you're close to a wall, maybe you want to hold on to that wall. We're going to press through that right foot, and we're going to send our arms up into that low crescent pose. Let me scoot it back just a little bit so you can see me a little bit better. So we're holding that crescent pose here. From here, we're going to bend that leg, go low, exhale, and then straighten. Bend that leg, working mobility of the knee, exhale, straighten. One more time, bend. I know for balance this might be a little bit hard, but it's great to practice. And straighten. Now from here, bend that right leg. Now take that left toe out to the side. So where we're here on the ball of the toe, now we're taking it out to the side. So now that left foot is at an angle. Now we're here in Warrior One, squaring those hips, rolling the shoulders back and away from the ears. We're going to open up into a Warrior Two. Reach those hands forward, roll the shoulders back, keep that right leg bent, and follow the gaze of those right fingertips. Reach long fingertip to fingertip. Now we're going to do a reverse warrior. Take that left hand at the back of that left leg. Palm comes up and over as you exhale and you reach. Keep the right knee bent. Continue to reach. Coming back through second. Now from here, we're going to take both toes and face them forward. Now I'm going to face you so you can watch this next one. So now we're here. We're making the letter T. It looks like we're in a star shape with our toes facing forward. We have a big inhale. And then exhales, we're going to fold through the center. Reach those hands down. Now, if you can't reach and you have a yoga block, you can take that yoga block here as well. Don't have any today, but you know what to do. So take those hands on the yoga block if you do have it. From here, let's add a little sway side to side with our hips. So all you're doing is doing a little sway, keeping those those legs straight. Now from here, relax your head, neck, and shoulders. Grab onto your elbows. There should be no stress in the head, neck, or shoulders. If you want more, you can come out. Take those legs out a little bit wider. If you want less, you can take those legs a little bit closer. Now add a little sway side to side. Opening up through the back, through the hips. I love this one. Take it back through center. Now from here, take your hands on the tops of your shins. Inhale as you lift forward, so you're making a nice 90-degree angle, lifting and reaching through the crown of your head to the opposite side of the room. Inhale and then exhale. Wrap your hands behind your calf muscles as you fold yourself in, looking to the wall behind you. Inhale one more time. Exhale, fold in. Take those hands back down through center. From here, we're going to walk it to that right foot. We're going to bend the right knee. So you can either stay here or you're going to sink down a little bit lower. That right heel can start to pop up as you bring your chest up. I know this is a little difficult, so if you want, remember you can hold that little bend in that right knee with your arms down. We're isolating that left inner thigh stretch as well as working on balance. If you want more, take your hands to heart center, elbows wide, rolling the shoulders away from your ears, and we're breathing and we're holding for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Drop those hands, lift it up, same thing, other side, walk it over. Stay here, option 1. You're still getting that inner thigh stretch. Option 2, as we drop down, start to pop that left heel up. Right leg is still straight. You can reach your fingertips down, or if you want to practice on balance, you can take those hands into heart center and hold. And breathe. 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Take those hands back down, lift it up, back through center. So we had that right leg forward, okay? So now we're going to spin those toes to the right, spin both feet facing forward, and we're taking our body to the right. So now we're in this little pyramid stretch here. So that left toe is slightly cocked out to the side at an angle. Now from here, we're going to bend the right knee. Exhale, straighten the right leg. Inhale, exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Beautiful. Now from here, we're going to take that left foot and we're going to step it in. So now we're in that forward fold right here. Take those hands onto the shins, lift up halfway, inhale. Exhale, wrap hands behind, forward fold. Inhale, press, lift. Exhale, hands behind, forward fold. Tuck your chin, release your fingertips. Now from here, we're going to bend your knees and roll it up 1 vertebrae at a time. Little tuck in the chin. Your last part of your body that lifts up is going to be your head. Rolling the shoulders back. Beautiful. All right, we're going to focus on some tree poses here, some nice balancing poses. So for this, I like to put my heels in and my toes out. So it's like I'm in a little first position here. Start with your shoulders back, and you take your hands on your hips if you want. Find that spot on the wall in front of you, so that's going to be your line of focus to help you balance. So we're going to start today taking the right leg up, so you can hold it first on that side of the calf muscle. If you want, you can always just hold a kickstand. And if you want, you can use that arm to prop that right leg up high and paste it, squeeze it onto that left leg. We're rolling the shoulders back when we're holding. Now, if you want, you can bring those hands to heart center, relaxing the shoulders down away from the ears. And you're breathing. Woo! So all about a tree is it being in the breeze, right? So if you're nice and wobbly, that's great. You're focusing on core strength here. If you want more, reach those arms up, slight bend in the elbows, and again, as always, shoulders away from the ears. We want to release the tension through the muscles, through those joints. Add a little sway side to side just to test your balance here. I know it's a little hard, woo, but it's all on that core strength. Hold back through center, take your hands back down. Come down nice and slow. Nice. I like to sometimes tuck that opposite toe under. Release the arms. Inhale, lift it back up. Exhale, take your hands through heart center, and then we're going to move to the other side. Take your hands on your hips to start, heels in, toes out. Here comes the left leg. You can do kickstand, you can do calf muscle, or you can pick that foot up and glue it onto that inner thigh. Woo. Rolling the shoulders back, finding that balance, finding that one spot on the side, on the opposite side of the room. Bring your hands through heart center if you would like a little bit more balance, more challenge. If you want more, reach those arms up, slight bend in those elbows, holding that big tree pose, big and tall. Inhale and exhale, add that sway. One side is going to be a little bit harder than the other, but that is totally normal. We're usually one side dominant, but this Pilates, yoga, this is what we do to create that equilibrium in the body. Take those hands back through heart center. Take that leg down. Release the arms. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back through center. Nice job. Feet face forward. Inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, we're going to do a dive forward. Tuck the chin. And now from here, we're going to roll it out, and we're going to walk it out into our downward dog. Hold that downward dog. Feels good now. Bring your head closer to the tops of the quads. Pedal it out. Bend the right knee. And switch. And switch. And switch. Both feet together, but still in your downward dog. Press both heels down. Left leg comes up. Lift, 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 lift. Bend the left knee, sending that heel to the glute. Square your shoulders. Feel that stretch to the quad. If you want, stay here. If you want more, start to bring that leg over into wild child pose. Left leg goes down, left arm goes up. Keep that left knee bent, right leg straight, extending that left arm, looking towards those fingertips, and breathing for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Start to bend both knees. Press out of that right quad. Extend that left leg if you have it bent. Hold that three-legged dog, downward dog. Now from here, we're gonna look to those hands. Exhale, send that left foot forward. So take your time, pick that foot up if you need to. Taking that foot between the hands. Remember, that toe stays behind the knee. So we're holding that low crescent pose. Right arm stays down, and then we're gonna spin it. So left arm comes up as we open to the side. Inhale and exhale. If that's too much, you can hold that framed foot stance. We're holding for 4, twisting for 3, and 2, and 1. Take that hand back down. Lower that right knee, tuck the back toe under. Hold, hold. Now as we start to shift our hips forward, we start to walk our fingertips back. Bringing that chin and chest up. Hold here. I know it doesn't feel so hot sometimes, but you're really releasing through those hip flexors, which are super, super, super tight. If you want more, take those hands on the tops of the quads, rolling those shoulders back. And if you want more, inhale. Bend those elbows for cactus pose. Exhale. Focus on that breath that we started with at the beginning of this practice. Take those hands back down now. Shift that weight back, but remember, don't sit your bottom all the way down on the heel. Straighten out that left leg and then flex that left foot. Inhale and exhale. Wow. Send that breath, visualize that breath, opening up through that hamstring calf muscle, the entire back of the leg. Inhale again, and then exhale. This time we're rounding our back and bringing your head to the top of the knee. Now from here, we're gonna bend it forward again. Send those hips forward. Beautiful, beautiful. And then from here, we're gonna tuck that toe under one more time, and here comes that balance. So really ground that left foot, lift up that right knee. Here it comes. Reach those arms up. We're holding that crescent pose first. If you need to kick that foot in a little bit, you can. Hug the inner thighs, find that one spot on the opposite side of the room, drawing those shoulders back into their sockets. Now all you're doing is spinning that right toe out to the side, and again squaring those hips, and now we are in Warrior One. Inhale and exhale. We're going to go out to Warrior Two. All you're doing is opening your hips and hands out to the side. Look to the gaze of those left fingertips and bend that left knee just a little bit lower. Keep those fingertips lifted. Strong Warrior Two pose. From here, let's do reverse warrior. Flip that palm up, take that right hand down. Inhale to lift, exhale to reach. Oh, big stretch to the front of the body. Take it back up, hold Warrior Two. Now from here, both feet are facing forward. So if you want to, you can step it in just a touch. Feet face forward, and it's like we're making a star shape. We inhale, and then exhale as we fold through the hips. Ooh, reach those hands down. Add that little sway side to side through your hips. It's so good to just slow it down and really focus on stretching your body from head to toe. From here, let's grab onto those elbows. Relax your head even more. Let's add that sway side to side. Continue your breath. Beautiful. From here, drop those hands down. Lift your head up. Now take your hands on the tops of the shins. Inhale for that forward fold. Reaching through the crown of the head to the opposite side of the room. Exhale as you wrap your hands behind you and you forward, fold, look to the wall behind you. Inhale again, lift. Grow tall. Exhale, fold it forward. Take those hands down. Now we're going to start walking it to one side. Stay here, option one. Option two, as you start to drop down, pop that heel up, other leg stays straight. Start to reach through your fingertips, so you kind of still walk it in just a little bit more. Chin up, chest up if you want balance. Challenge, hold here, hands in heart center. We're holding for 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Drop those hands. Lift it back up through center. Beautiful. Walk it to the other side. Bend. Option 1, remember. Option 2, option 3, as you pop the heel up, start to walk those fingertips in. Proud chest. Look forward. Hand up to heart center if you want. Inhale and exhale. Focus on that breath for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop those hands. Lift it back up through center. Now from here, we're going to spin those toes to the left. So we're looking to that left toe now. Left foot is forward, right leg is out at a little angle, okay? We're in our pyramid pose here. We're just gonna add a little bend in that front leg. Inhale, exhale, press back. Inhale, bend. Exhale, press back. Hold that pyramid pose. Relax your head towards your knee. Awesome. Now, slight bend in both knees as you press that right leg forward and hold your forward fold once more. Hands on the tops of your shins. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Again, inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Beautiful. Fingertips, arms hang heavy in front of your toes. Bend your knees, tuck your chin around and roll it up one vertebrae at a time. Oh, that feels good. Big inhale, lift. Exhale, swan dive forward. Beautiful. Now from here, we're going to walk it out all the way into your plank. So make sure you can see me. Hold that plank again, just like the beginning. You can either lower yourself down slow or chaturanga. So before your body hits the floor, you inhale, press to the toes, and you come up into that upward dog. Hold here, relax the shoulders. We're breathing. Bend the knees up and back, knees wide into your child's pose. Breathe. Great, great, great job. We're nearing the end. Lift it back up. Take your hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Let's do another series. Exhale, round and arch. Tuck your chin. Cat. Inhale, shoulders back into cow. And again, exhale, round and arch. Inhale, shoulders back, hips up. Beautiful. Before we stop, before we end, we're going to do one more series of stretching. So take your hands wide. Take the left knee between your hands, right leg goes out. So we're doing a little pigeon pose here. If you want more, take that left foot out to the side more and keep squaring your hips. So the goal here is to get your hips as squared as you can to the floor. If this is already stretching enough, great. Hold it here. If you want more, inhale, and then exhale as you walk it out to those elbows. Ooh. If you want more, reach those arms straight and exhale. Release your forehead to the mat. Feel that nice stretch through the left outer thigh. If you want more, I like to do this. Press more into that right hip, and then you'll feel more through that left hip, glute, outer thigh. Take your hands on either side of the knee. Press and lift up. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale. And exhale as you roll to the side. Press it back into your tabletop position, and then we're moving to the other side. Take the right leg forward, left leg back. Remember that right knee comes between those hands, and I like to kind of wiggle my foot out to the side to make it a little bit more intense. If you don't want to, you don't have to. Square your hips first, and then come back to the elbows. If this is already enough to feel the stretch, please stay here. Focus on your breath. Wherever those tight spots are, you pause, you breathe. You surrender into that move, into that pose. So you can really give your body the love and attention that it needs as we take it throughout the day on these crazy courses, right? Even sitting for long periods of time, we really got to stretch, stretch, stretch. Extend those arms out if you want more. Take it back up through center, hands on either side of the knee. Pull the shoulders back, inhale to look up. A little back bend. And then exhale as you spin it to the side. Now we're going to come back to where we started to end. Cross those legs under, peel away the flesh. Nice and heavy on those sit bones. Take your hands on either side of your either side of your hips. Right ear, right shoulder. Breathe, find the stillness. Take your chin to the shoulder. Clear your mind. Take your ear to the opposite shoulder. Always finding time for yourself is so important. Take your chin to the shoulder. Take your chin to the chest while pulling your shoulders back in the opposite direction. Big circle all the way around your neck. Pause and switch. Bring your head up. Inhale, lift those arms up, palms up to the ceiling. Exhale, release. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, lift up and press. Exhale, release. Thank you so much for joining me today. You are awesome. always find time for yourself. Always find time to put aside to get some good stretching in, some good workouts in. Always find time for you. I'll see you soon. Have a good one.